Hello, my name is Jennifer Whitt, Director of ProjectManager.com. Well, welcome to our whiteboard session today on how to delegate tasks like a pro. Often people approach me and say, "What is it that you really do?" And I'm shocked. I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" And they say, "Well, you're never at your desk, so I'm not sure what you do. We always just see you kind of roaming the floor, having meetings, talking to people." And so it dawned on me that what's really happening, they don't really understand that I get to work at 6 a.m., do a lot of preparation, organizing, planning my day before they ever get into the office. And what I realized, the most important part was I learned long ago how to delegate. So it makes it look like my job is so easy. And another part is I surround myself by smart people who make me look good. So I learned early on that to find a model, I watched other people, and how they ran their job or conducted their business, and to see, wow, why is it that they make things look so easy? So I studied them. And so by studying others, finding my own model, surrounding myself by smart people, I learned how to delegate like a pro. And I wanted to share a couple of things with you. So if you've watched any of our other previous whiteboard sessions, you know I like to start with a definition for some terms because they're often used incorrectly. So if you go to my good friend Google and you Google the word delegate, there's a noun and there's a verb. So we're looking at the verb of delegate. So I love this when there are several options, right? You're going to get probably millions of hits. The one that I liked the most was by Yahoo, and it was considered the most favorite definition. So it's to entrust a task or responsibility to another person, typically one who is less senior than oneself, and that would be me or you as a project manager. So I really like this because a lot of times a lot of things go wrong with, number one, either not delegating or delegating things incorrectly or the wrong things, and delegating the wrong things to the wrong people. So before we go into the 6 tips I want to offer, I want to start from what. Okay, so going back to the definition, what do we want to delegate? So we need to define what routine task or responsibilities that we want to delegate. And why do we want to do that? Because you, as the project manager, you don't want to become the bottleneck of the project, right? So if that's the case, you're going to be part of the problem of your own derailed project. And you want to focus your time, you want to spend your biggest bang for the buck on where it's more important for you, and that's managing projects and leading the people on your team. And so how do we do this? So what are the steps? What are my 6 tips to delegate like a pro? What have I learned from my models, and what have I experienced, and with many lessons learned along the way? So number 1, remember your role. Remember, this is the best use of your time. So your best use, again, is managing your project, leading your people, doing the strategic part, the planning, building, nurturing relationships, not only within your team, among your stakeholders, with your clients, any external organizations or vendor partners. So that's the best use of your time. So remember your role as the project manager. And number 2, determine your time wasters. What is taking up most of your time? So you want to find out where am I wasting most of my time? Not using most of your time, but wasting. Wasting meaning what can you delegate to someone else so you can have more time to do what you want to do instead. Number 3, clarify the routine tasks and responsibilities that you can delegate. And it's best when you have a process around those. So when it's routine, it's something that can be done over and over again, something that can be operationalized. It's clear, it's defined, it's determined how it can be done. That's the most easy thing to delegate because that's what you can give to someone less senior than you if you have a process. And determine who is qualified to do that or can take it and run with it and get it done. So if you this is where you can delegate the wrong thing to the wrong person, and it frustrates them. the work doesn't get done, and what happens is you end up taking it back and doing it anyway, and then that gets into other dynamics of the project. So how can you determine who is qualified or can take it and run with it and get it done? Well, look at things like who has the experience, who has the expertise, who has the passion. A lot of times passion goes a long way. If someone has a passion of learning and wanting to do more, they're very invested and they're loyal to you as a project manager, then they'll get it done. Also look at thinking styles. If you need detailed reports, if you want to delegate detailed reports, things that have metrics, things that need to be studied, analyzed, if you give that to someone who is not a detailed person, maybe they're more intuitive, more the right brain thinker than the left brain thinker, then you're only going to set them up for failure as well as yourself. It's not going to get done. They're going to get frustrated. If you need someone who's more creative and you give it to someone who is not creative, then again, so understand what you're delegating and what needs to be done to get that piece done. And then drive. Who has the drive? Again, who has the drive to get it done? And then follow through. It's important that that person has the ability to follow through. Otherwise, if they just keep coming back to you, asking you a million questions, how do I do this? How do I do that? Who do I call? And always needing your guidance, then that's probably not the best person to get it done, because remember, you're trying to get rid of the time wasters so you do not become the bottleneck. And then the fifth step is really to delegate, and then rinse and repeat early and often. And then again, as the bonus, find your pro that you can study and model. I'm always big on that. Whatever you're doing and you're trying to learn and grow and do things better is to find your pro or your model to study. And then the biggest key is surround yourself with smart people who can make you look good. So those are just some of the things that I've learned so that I don't become the bottleneck, and that's how I've learned to delegate like a pro. If you need a tool to help you determine what routine tasks to delegate, then sign up for our software now at projectmanager.com.